is the Writer's Almanac for Saturday, December the 12th, 2020. It's the birthday of Flaubert, Gustave Flaubert, born Rouen, France, 1821, a notorious perfectionist as a writer who once said, "I spent the morning putting in a comma and the afternoon removing it." 1851, he began work on what would be his first novel. His masterpiece, Madame Bovary, came out in 1856. In chapter 9 of the novel, he wrote, "Deep down in her heart, she was waiting and waiting for something to happen. Like a shipwrecked mariner, she gazed out wistfully over the wide solitude of her life. If so be she might catch the white gleam of a sail away on the dim horizon." It's the birthday of the painter Edvard Munch, born in Luton, Norway, 1863. His most famous painting, The Scream, in 1893. He had a nervous breakdown a few years later, wound up in a sanitarium, gave up drinking, managed to gain some tranquility in the second half of his life, but his later paintings never recaptured the passion of his earlier tormented period. He said, "My fear of life is necessary to me, as is my illness. Without anxiety and illness, I am a ship without a rudder." Here's a poem for today by Kim Adenizio, Forms of Love. I love you, but I'm married. I love you, but I wish you had more hair. I love you more. I love you more like a friend. I love your friends more than you. I love how when we go into a mall and classical music is playing, you can always name the composer. I love you, but one or both of us are fictional. I love you, but I am an unstable signifier. I love you saying I understand the semiotics of that when I said I had a little personal business to take care of. I love you as long as you love me back. I love you in spite of the restraining order. I love you from the coma you put me in. I love you more than I've ever loved anyone except for this one guy. I love you when you're not getting drunk and stupid. I love how you get me. I love your pain, it's so competitive. I love how emotionally unavailable you are. I love you like I'm a strange backyard and you're running from the cops looking for a place to stash your gun. I love your hair. I love you, but I'm just not that into you. I love you secretly. I love how you make me feel like I'm a monastery in the desert. I love how you defined grace as the little turn the blood in the syringe takes when you're shooting heroin after you pull back the plunger slightly to make sure you've hit the vein. I love your mother. She's the opposite of mine. I love you and feel a powerful spiritual connection to you even though we've never met. I love your tacos. I love your stick deodorant. I love it when you tie me up with ropes using the knots you learned in Boy Scouts and when you do the stoned Dennis Hopper rap from Apocalypse Now. I love your extravagant double takes. I love your mother, even though I'm nearly her age. I love everything about you except your hair. If it weren't for that, I know I could really, really love you. A poem by Kim Adenizio, Forms of Love, from Lucifer at the Starlight, published by W.W. Norton and Company. That's the Writer's Almanac for Saturday, December the 12th, funded by donations from listeners like you, now available on PRX for distribution by your local radio station. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.